For the best experience, please use headphones or listen in a quiet environment. Powerful body language hacks for daily life. Ladies and gentlemen, today I'm going to reveal something that can transform your life, starting right now. I'm talking about body language, one of the most powerful, underestimated tools we have. The way you carry yourself, the way you move, the way you connect non-verbally can open doors you never imagined. How many opportunities have you missed simply because your body said, "I'm not ready," when your mind was screaming, "I am"? Think about it. What if you could shift that dynamic and let your body tell the world, "I am unstoppable"? Let me tell you, this isn't just a pep talk. This is science, psychology, and years of human interaction boiled down into actionable steps that you can start using today. You don't have to be the loudest voice in the room to be the most powerful. You just need the right tools to amplify your presence. Let's dive into this together. Are you ready? Unlocking the secrets of confidence. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." But here's the catch. What lies within us must be expressed. How do we express it? Through our body language. The importance of nonverbal communication. Have you ever heard the phrase, "Actions speak louder than words"? Well, here's a little twist. Your body language whispers and shouts simultaneously. Research shows that up to 93% of communication is nonverbal. That's staggering. A study by Dr. Albert Mehrobian revealed that 55% of communication is through body language, 38% through tone of voice, and only 7% through words. Think about that for a moment. What are you communicating before you even open your mouth? Let me give you a real-world example. Imagine you're at a job interview. Two candidates walk in. The first one slouches, avoids eye contact, and speaks with a hesitant tone. The second one stands tall, offers a firm handshake, and maintains a confident gaze. Who do you think leaves a stronger impression? This is the power of nonverbal communication in action. As Maya Angelou once said, "People will forget what you said, people will forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." Your body language is a key part of how you make others feel. It speaks directly to their emotions, bypassing words altogether. The science behind confidence. Confidence is not just a feeling, it's a state, and that state can be influenced by your physiology. Dr. Amy Cuddy, a social psychologist, conducted groundbreaking research on power poses. Her studies revealed that standing in a power pose for just 2 minutes can lower cortisol levels, the stress hormone, by 25% and increase testosterone levels, the dominance hormone, by 20%. Why does this matter? Because when your body feels strong, your mind follows. Consider this. Athletes often engage in power poses before big games. Think of Usain Bolt's iconic stance before a race, arms wide, chest lifted. He's not just signaling confidence to the crowd. He's programming his own mind for victory. Dr. Cuddy's TED Talk, "Your Body Language Shapes Who You Are," is a must-watch. It's been viewed millions of times, and for good reason. She shares how small adjustments in posture can change not just how others perceive you, but how you perceive yourself. She tells the story of a student who lacked confidence but embraced power poses daily. That student went on to excel in job interviews and life, all because they learned to embody confidence. Winston Churchill, one of history's greatest orators, once said, "Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference." And attitude, as it turns out, begins with your posture and presence. A confident stance can change the way you're perceived, and more importantly, how you perceive yourself. But here's the challenge. We tend to slouch when we're uncertain. We look down when we're insecure. That's the embodiment of doubt. So here's your first action item. The next time you're about to walk into a challenging situation, stand tall, roll your shoulders back, and take a deep, expansive breath. Own the space you're in. Action item, practice power poses at home every morning. Stand with your hands on your hips or arms stretched wide for 2 minutes. Do this before presentations, interviews, or any situation where you need a confidence boost. Add a confidence journal. Keep a small journal and jot down moments when your confident body language made a positive impact. Reflect on these moments weekly to reinforce the habit. Mastering the open stance. Let's talk about the open stance. Imagine two people sitting across from each other. One has their arms crossed, legs tightly together, and is looking away. The other is relaxed, arms open, legs slightly apart, and making eye contact. Which one seems more approachable? The power of open versus closed posture. When you expand your physical space, you signal confidence and openness. A study published in Psychological Science found that individuals with expansive postures were perceived as more powerful and were more likely to be chosen for leadership roles. But when you shrink into yourself, you signal fear and defensiveness. Think of it this way: your posture is a billboard, advertising your state of mind to the world. Here's an example. Have you ever noticed how successful politicians or public speakers stand? Their feet are firmly planted, their hands are open, and their movements are deliberate. They're not just commanding attention, they're inviting trust and connection. As Tony Robbins says, the way you move affects the way you feel, and your feelings in turn affect how others perceive you. An open stance is like an invitation. It says, I'm approachable, I'm confident, and I'm ready to connect. TED speaker Amy Cuddy recounts an experiment where individuals adopting open stances, hands on hips, chest forward, felt more in control during high-stress scenarios, like mock interviews. These participants were not only rated as more confident, but also felt it internally. The importance of mirroring. Here's a secret. People are naturally drawn to those who reflect their energy. It's called mirroring. When you subtly mirror someone's gestures or posture, it creates an unconscious connection. A study in the Journal of Nonverbal Behavior showed that mirroring increases the likelihood of cooperation and positive interactions. Try this. The next time you're in a conversation, gently adopt a similar posture to the person you're speaking with. Notice how the rapport deepens. Subtlety is key now. Don't overdo it. No one wants to feel like they're being mimicked. Practice subtle mirroring in everyday interactions and watch how people respond to you. Action item. When meeting someone new, focus on adopting an open posture and mirroring their energy naturally. Start small. Mirror their pace of speaking or nod when they do. Notice how it builds rapport. Body check practice. Before entering any meeting or social gathering, check your posture. Ask yourself, am I open, approachable, and confident? Make adjustments as needed. The art of eye contact. They say the eyes are the windows to the soul, but they're also the bridge to connection. The power of eye contact. Imagine walking into a room and locking eyes with someone who immediately looks away. What does that tell you? Now imagine the same situation, but the person holds your gaze for just a moment, smiles, and then looks away. Instantly, there's a connection. Let me share a story. A friend of mine once told me about a sales pitch he gave to a room full of executives. Halfway through, he realized he was barely making eye contact. When he corrected this, meeting each executive's gaze for a few moments as he spoke, the atmosphere shifted. He not only closed the deal, but was complimented on his engaging presence. The triangular gaze. Here's a pro tip. Use the triangular gaze. Look at one eye, then the other, then the person's mouth, and back to their eyes. This creates a natural rhythm that feels engaging without being intrusive. Studies from the International Journal of Behavioral Science highlight that consistent eye contact increases trust and fosters deeper connections. Avoiding the dead stare. Of course, don't overdo it. No one likes the feeling of being stared down. Maintain eye contact about 60 to 70% of the time. It's enough to convey confidence without making the other person uncomfortable. Action item. Practice eye contact during casual conversations. Hold the gaze slightly longer than you're used to, but keep it natural. Combine this with nodding or smiling to enhance the connection. Mirror in the mirror. Practice maintaining eye contact with yourself in the mirror for 1 minute daily. It feels awkward at first, but builds comfort and awareness of your gaze. The magic of mirroring. Let's go deeper into mirroring. Why does it work? Because humans are wired for connection. When someone mirrors us, it tells our brain, this person gets me. Subtle mirroring. Start small. If someone leans forward, lean forward slightly. If they nod, nod back. It's about alignment, not imitation. Why mirroring works. Here's the science. Our brains have something called mirror neurons. These neurons fire both when we perform an action and when we observe someone else performing that same action. That's why mirroring creates an instant sense of understanding. In fact, studies show that effective mirroring can even lead to higher levels of empathy. Real-life application. I had a colleague who was struggling to build rapport with a new client. I suggested she try subtle mirroring during their next meeting. She adopted the client's relaxed posture and mirrored their tone. By the end of the meeting, the client commented on how easy the conversation felt and signed a long-term contract. TED speaker Itai Talgam's talk, Lead Like the Great Conductors, offers an interesting perspective on mirroring. He explains how orchestra conductors use subtle gestures that musicians instinctively mirror, creating harmony without words. The same principle applies in our daily interactions. Mirror with intention. Be selective about what you mirror. Focus on positive, open behaviors. If someone crosses their arms defensively, don't mirror that. Instead, adopt a more open posture to subtly influence the interaction. Action item. During your next meeting, pay attention to the other person's body language. Mirror one or two positive gestures, such as leaning forward slightly when they do, or matching their tone of voice. Empathy practice. Try mirroring in a neutral setting, like at a coffee shop, to practice without the pressure of a high-stakes environment. Taking action. Integrating body language hacks. Here's the truth. Knowledge without action is useless. The real power lies in implementation. So how do you integrate these hacks into your daily life? Practice makes perfect. Start small. Choose one hack to focus on each day. Maybe today, you work on your posture. Tomorrow, you practice the triangular gaze. The day after, you experiment with mirroring. Be mindful and intentional. Remember, body language isn't about manipulation, it's about alignment. Be authentic. Use these techniques to amplify who you already are. The transformative power of self-awareness. Here's your final action item. Spend 5 minutes each day observing your own body language. How are you standing? How are you sitting? What message are you sending? Awareness is the first step to transformation. Action item. Create a checklist of 3 body language techniques you want to master. Review this list daily and reflect on your progress at the end of the week. Role-play scenarios. Pair up with a friend or colleague and practice these techniques in mock scenarios, like a job interview or a sales pitch. Feedback will help you refine. Closing call to action. Now, here's my challenge for you. Pick just one of these hacks and practice it today. Maybe it's standing taller, maintaining better eye contact, or mirroring someone's energy. Whatever it is, commit to it, because small changes lead to massive results over time. Let me ask you, did you learn something new today? Did something resonate with you? If so, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell. By doing so, you're not just supporting this channel, you're investing in your growth. You'll get more insights, more tools, and more inspiration to help you become the best version of yourself. And one more thing, is there a specific topic you'd love to learn about? Something that could help make this world a better, more connected place? Let me know in the comments. Your input matters. Thank you for watching, and remember, the way you carry yourself shapes not just how others see you, but how you see yourself. You have the power to change your life, one posture, one gaze, one interaction at a time. Let's make it happen. See you next time.